Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show yet again. It's going to be a short cricket show. What I'm going to really look at on this particular cricket show is the Australia A winning the first unofficial Test match against India A by 92 runs with the left on a very crumbling pitch. Other than Mayank Agarwal, there was nobody to really offer any strout resistance. And Jon Holland, the left-arm spinner, taking 6 wickets to sink India to defeat. And other than that, we will look at the 26th match that happened between Trinbago Knight Riders. Not Trinbago Knight Riders. It was a match in which Fabian Allen, the hard hitter, really proved very productive. At the end, he really scorched runs to take the Patriots to win by 2 wickets, 2 balls remaining. I'll talk about that match and the innings of Fabian Allen. The Specsavers County Championship saw a wonderful game of cricket where the Lancashirians, the Lancashire, were defending 77 runs, and Somerset made 77. They needed 78 to win. They made 77, thus tying the match against Lancashire, with Keshav Maharaj, the South African left-arm spinner, taking 7 wickets. Tremendous performance from Keshav Maharaj. And then we'll have a look at the live cricket update on a match which is currently underway between Trinbago Knight Riders, where Dinesh Ramadhan is not out on 4. And as and when I get the report, I will be definitely coming back to that. But in the meanwhile, just keeping the cricket conversation going, let's first look at the first unofficial Test match between Australia A and India A. Now, talking about this particular Test match between Australia A and India A, as I said, it was a real crumbling pitch, and on a crumbling pitch, as I said, there was only Mayank Agarwal who really did a wonderful job of staying at the wicket for quite a long time. India A were given a target of 262, but they were bowled out for, I'll tell you the target, but as I said, Mayank Agarwal was the only one. It was not an easy pitch to bet on, so Mayank Agarwal has to be credited. Now, Mayank Agarwal, to me, has really proved a lot of things in this, because we know he's a very aggressive player, and he has curbed his natural instincts and carved out 80 runs for India. He kept the chase going for India, and before he was caught and bowled by the wrecker-in-chief, chief wrecker, who was the left-arm spinner Jon Holland, and this was, let me tell you, it was a crumbling pitch. So definitely Mayank Agarwal has done a great job here, and I'm sure he's not far from entering the mainstream of the Indian cricket team, because he has been doing a wonderful work. And now with this innings that he played on a crumbling pitch against the spinners, one has to really doff our hat towards Mayank Agarwal. Well done, Mayank Agarwal. He was out for 80 with 9 fours and 1 6. But other than that, there was only 2 other batsmen who actually returned double figures, and that was one of Shreyas Iyer with 28, 2 fours and 3 sixes. Bhavani made 25 with 1 4. Other than that, Ishwaran was out for a duck, Samarth for 8, Bharat for naught, Gautam naught, Kuldeep Yadav 2, Mohammad Siraj 8, Saini duck, Rajput duck. India A were bowled off 163 by Australia A in the first unofficial Test match. And Jon Holland, what in bowling! I mean, he got a pitch which was absolutely responsive, and he really spun a web around the Indian batsman on a crumbling pitch. He returned figures of 24.3 overs, 2 maidens, 81 runs, and 6 wickets. 2 wickets for 26 for Doggett, 1 wicket apiece to Tremaine and Head, and that was it. The game was over at Chinnaswamy Stadium, Bangalore. Australia A winning the first of the unofficial Test match against India A by 92 runs, and they lead the 2-match series 1-0. So well done, Australia A. And as I said, on a crumbling pitch, Mayank Agarwal's knock definitely was a standout performance, according to me. Even though India A lost the match, he has done by playing on this crumbling pitch. I think Mayank Agarwal has definitely shown, and he has also curbed his natural instinct, because his natural instinct is an aggressive stroke play, but he has curbed it due to the vagaries of the pitch, and definitely he deserves a lot of credit for this innings, even though India A lost this match, according to me. Now, the next thing that I'm going to look at is the 26th match that happened in the Caribbean Premier League, where this particular match was played between Barbados Tridents and St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, and it was the Patriots who actually won. They definitely struggled, but in the end, Fabian Allen took them through. So let's have a look at what happened. So Barbados Tridents, losing the match, they were the ones who actually batted first. In 20 overs, they totaled 168 for 5. The highest scorer being Nicholas Pooran with 44 of 32 deliveries, 3 fours and 3 sixes. Other than that, they had Roston Chase not out on 38 of 28, 2 fours once again. Jason Holder clubbing 30 of 11 deliveries, which included 2 fours and 3 sixes. So 168 for 5 on the board. And well, if you look at the bowling, Shamsi was very effective, 4 overs to 16, but other than that, does not make any happy rating. Fabian Allen, 2 overs, none for 12, but Fabian Allen really could not do much with the ball, but with the bat, he really blasted runs. 4 overs, 1 for 30 for Elzari Joseph, showing a semblance of respectability after the hammering he got against Dwayne Bravo. Cutting 4 overs was very costly. 57 runs leaked off his 4 overs. 4 overs, none for 35 for Mahmudullah. So St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots were chasing 169 runs to win. Well, they didn't have they were not having it anything for themselves. They were really struggling. They kept on losing wickets at regular intervals, with Gale out for 22 of 18 with 5 boundaries. Even Lewis and both the openers were victims of Mohammad Irfan, the tall bowler. He was out for even Lewis 19 of 13, 1 4, 2 sixes. Van Dussen failed with the bat for a change. Mohammad Irfan castled him for 4 of 2 deliveries, 1 4. So that was a big blow for them, because Van Dussen on a lot of would have been expected. Mahmudullah was out for 15 of 19 with 1 6. Dave Sitch 8. Khalil 1. But the man of the moment was none other than Fabian Allen. What a tremendous striker he is of a cricket ball, according to me, after Andre Russell. Because the reason that I say that is because he came into the T20 tournament here in Canada, and he blasted runs at a blistering pace. And he hit probably, I think, 11 sixes, if my memory serves me right, at King City in Toronto. So Fabian Allen really showing that he's someone who can really belt the ball yards down the ground. What an innings from him. He was the one who made the entire transformation. If you look at the score, 37 for 1, 2 for 40, 41 for 2, 52 for 3, 72 for 4, 73 for 5, 92 for 6. And then Fabian Allen entered the scene, and Fabian Allen blasted an unbeaten 64 of just 34 deliveries, with 6 fours and 4 sixes, the match going all the way down to the wire, where Fabian Allen had to hit 2 sixes and 1 boundary to clinch the issue in the final over, and they won the match. What a match that was. Fabian Allen is definitely is someone to take notice of. He really went after the bowlers. In fact, he went after Drakes. Drakes was given the last over. He belted him to all parts of the field. So Patriots winning the match against the Barbados Tridents. Mohammad Irfan, 4 overs 3 for 37, did a good job, but Drakes in the last over got severe belting from the bat of Fabian Allen. 2.4 overs, no maintenance, none for 37. Roston Chase 1 over for 11, Wahab Riaz 1 for 30 of 4, Irfan Khan 4 overs for 19, Holder 4 1 for 27. Fabian Allen was definitely the man of the match, and also one was wondering, Drakes was actually making his debut. So why would you actually give the ball to Drakes? Probably had bowled well in the first 2 overs, and that's the precise reason the captain trusted him, the Barbados Tridents the skipper. But I think it would have been better to have probably kept Mohammad Irfan for the last over, or Wahab Riaz. Anyway, that's something for them to think about. But Fabian Allen was simply brilliant on this day. He was the one who took them to victory. Now let's have a look at the Specsavers County Championships in England, where there was an exciting match that happened, and that's the precise reason I'm talking about it. It was the Somerset second innings against Lancashire, where Somerset needed 78 runs to win the match. So they were defending 77. So Lancastrians were defending 77. But look at what happened. The match ended in a tie with Somerset making 77 runs. So basically, the match ending in a tie. If you look at the card there, does not make any happy reading because Trescothick was out for naught. Trescothick, I'm really happy to see Trescothick still there, even though he got a duck. But he's still there playing for the English county, which is good to see. Green made 16. Then we have Azhar Ali out for naught, Hildreth for 7, Abel for 7, Davis for 2, Gregory 12, Best 19, Overton 4, that is Craig Overton, and then another Overton was not on 6, brother Overton was not on 6, and Leach made naught. Now the main thing, the man who did the most damage was the South African left arm spinner Keshav Maharaj, who spun a sort of a real web around the batsman to keep on taking the wickets, and he returned figures of 7 wickets. He took 7 wickets in this particular match, and that was truly a wonderful performance by Keshav Maharaj, the left arm spinner. Other than that, now I will, well, dear fans, I can just give you a live cricket update of Trinbago Knight Riders. Currently, they are 13 for 1 in the third over. So I wouldn't be able to go into. I'm just trying to see just before I leave the scene whether I'm in a position to actually talk about the game between Trinbago Knight Riders. Yes, I do have that. Trinbago Knight Riders are 13 for 1 right now as I'm speaking. And we are in the third over. Munro is not on 8, and Ramadan is not on 4. Well, that's it from me, your host Ram, for the daily cricket show for today. Hope you all liked it, and tomorrow I reckon with the Friday test match coming up, the final test match between India and England coming up at the Kia Oval, probably tomorrow would be the preview of the final test match between India and England of the test series. Well, this being said, it's about time for me to bid you all a very good night. Thank you.